Howdy folks, it's afternoon now. Over there is where I just went through all my mating nooks, and 5 out of 6 were successful. One of the troubles I had this year was I had queen cells on medium frames, and all I have is deep size queen castles. And then so when I ended up using duplex hives that are in deep size as well. They pulled out some comb on the bottom of the frames, which is like you don't really want it. But as I was going through, one of the hives that didn't take, the queen failed. It just dawned on me that I could cut some of the comb off the bottom of one of them frames that has eggs in it, and then mash it down in the top between frames, and they'll make queen cells, and they get a second chance at doing it. And it just now dawned on me that I've done the same thing here with these 3 right there. 3 of them, they were in a queen castle last time through. I checked, and I'm pretty sure 2 out of 3 had mated queens, and I think I might have marked them, but I'm not sure. We're just gonna have to see what's in there. I'm not sure. I've got a deep box there. That's kind of weird, and 2 mediums. I don't know. We'll just have to look and see. Funny stuff happens because you run out of equipment and you just start using what you got, and funny stuff happens. I gotta get my helmet on and fire up the smoker, and then I'll start this back up again. It's starting to cloud up, so I kind of need to get her done here. Bee's attitude changes once it gets cloudy. Well, this Bernzomatic thing sure makes lighting my smoker easy. You got fire like right now. Need to go through this one and check for a queen as well. I'm pretty sure it's queen right. I just haven't marked it. There's been a whole lot of queen mating going on around here in these yards, and at my other house and here both. It's been really good. I've been getting at least 75% success, which is outstanding, I would say. I seem to have misplaced the hive tool. Oh, there it is. I got 3 of these. I try to make sure I got all 3. If I'm missing one, I start hunting. I can't let it stop me. Gotta keep moving. I think I want to make sure this camera's running. Yes. Okay, we got smoke in case we need it. Got my tools in case we need them. I don't remember which one has the mushed in queen cells, but if we open all 3, one of them will, and we'll see what happened. Maybe we could harvest some queen cells or something, and then I have to run and go get the mini nukes, the mini mating nukes, and that sort of thing. They say June's made after the summer solstice are the best, so starting right now to make some queens wouldn't be a bad idea, but I've already done it. I tend to have May queens in my yard. Wow, this box is full of honey, or at least from this angle. I bet you it's got nests down below. Let's see. Have to wiggle the frame a little to get it out without crushing any. That's what I mean by burr comb at the bottom. It's broken off down there, and I remember that I put it down there so the bees in it would hatch out. I just want to leave this hive alone, I think. because there's some busted off comb down there that I just left it there because it was all laid full of brood. I'm gonna try to find the queen. I'm not sure, but I think I might have already found her and marked her. There are some eggs in this burr comb here. I'm gonna leave it there. How do I set this frame of bees aside and look without breaking that off? I'm gonna have to think a minute. I guess just take a chance and lean it and don't bump into it. The rest is a little bit wonky too. Let's hope nothing falls off. It looks like it's gonna stay. This is what can happen if you use the wrong size equipment. See? That's all full of capped brood though. That's good. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm looking for a queen bee. Hopefully that don't fall off. There's not much holding it on except beeswax. Have to be kind of careful. I'm looking for the queen bee because I'd kind of like to see her. And this is a messed up hive, kind of, but it's working. This one's got some wonky on it too. If it breaks off, it'll just break off. Oh, I see the queen. Yep, some broke off. The queen's got a nice bright pink dot on her. Should be easy to spot. She's right there. So that's a nice looking queen with a bright yellow tail. Kind of I like to have. Now I need to fish down in here, get this honeycomb that broke off out. It fell off of this other comb, I'm just gonna have to deal with it. Dang. But there's some that broke off down there. Probably be safest to catch the queen and set her out of the way. But I'm not sure where she went. Oh, there she is. I'm just gonna leave her on here and set it back in carefully. Scoot it over just a slice bit and pull this off with the broken stuff. Oh. This is pretty messed up. But there's eggs laid in it. So I'll save it because we need the bees. I'm trying to fish this piece of comb out. That's just part of it. I'm just gonna have to leave what's left. There's a bit broken off down there. This all has eggs in it. It's been laid up. This hive needs more space. Because all the bees are starting to hatch out today. It's kind of a weird little mess. But that's what happens when you don't have enough equipment and you have to improvise. It happens. Watch Don the Fat Bee Man and some other beekeeper shows where they're real. And this stuff happens to them too. Just go with the flow and then fix it later. You never know, this hive might die by next year and then I'll just you know, fix it then. I just gave it some more space. Okay, I've been starting to keep notes on these hives because I'm getting confused about where I'm at on what one and stuff. This one is June 19, Queen Right. Pink mark. Added space. Okay, so that one's done for now. We found the queen and everything. I think the center one is the one with the failure. And then I'm trying to make it where it's making more queen cells. Let's take a look. Hopefully I won't tear it up. When you let the bees get a little wild like that, they make them wild combs. I could cut pieces off that have eggs in it and then put those eggs in a queenless hive, and then they'll make queen cells. That's what's going on in this box right here, I think. Yep. I'm gonna have to be very careful. I don't see any cells yet though. They've been eating through them and stuff. It's not working. If I just cut right here carefully, if there's any cells, I'll see. Hopefully I won't destroy them, but you have to take the hive apart to see. I don't think they made any queen cells. It just didn't work. It was a good idea. I could maybe give them some more from a different hive. I just went through one. Their drone layer here. I don't know if it's a... They didn't really even try to make queen cells for some reason. Maybe there is a queen and I just didn't know it. I'm looking. I don't see one. If there's no queen at all, that means they went drone layer, or laying worker rather, which isn't good. I've either got a drone laying queen or a laying worker situation here, which ain't good. I think it's laying worker. And maybe that's why they didn't make a queen. They're just goofy when they get that way. You're better off just shaking all the bees out or let it just go when you get one like this. It's like sad, but you don't always get a winner. And this one is not a winner. I've got other queens. I could fix this, but it's easier just to start out with one of your new queens and start a new colony independent of a laying worker situation, because that's just goofy. How to correct this is to give them a frame with brood in it, open brood. And the hormones from the brood will affect their ovaries and maybe get them to quit laying eggs when you got laying workers. Now this hive looks right. See how it's like 4 solid bees? I'm sure this one has a queen. And it's probably, it's in the right size box at least. This one's kind of messed up. You might notice that I'm using deep boxes and this is a shallow box. That way I could split it again if I wanted to. Or I could start a big hive or a small hive. It gives me flexibility. Heard a thunk. I was trying to figure out what it was. The neighbor must have did something over there. When you have them in the right size box, you don't have that burr comb crap. And it gets a little easier. This is a solid frame of honey. I'm pretty sure the queen in this hive was marked with a pink dot as well. But I'm not sure. Let's assume that it's not for now. To keep things straight, I'll try and lay a box down like this. The cover. And then I'll lean it up like that. I killed a couple bees, or hurt them at least. It happens. Just try to be careful. Well, I'm starting to get cramps from all the weird contorting I have to do to get down and mess with these. These are shallow frames in a medium box. That's why it's got burr comb at the bottom. Let's see if the burr comb has eggs. I could try that egg thing again with them other bees, but I don't think I really want to mess with it. There's eggs in them little weird things on the bottom of the frame. No queen cell. I don't see any queen yet. There obviously is one. There's no doubt about that. This is a happy little hive right here. They're obviously right. More burr comb with eggs and larvae. I'm seeing baby bees. These have already went through a cycle. In other words, it's been a mated queen long enough for it to have made more baby bees. They're all over the place. There's the queen. Let's get a close look at her. She's trying to hide from him. She's right there with the little pink dot on her back. Should be pretty easy to spot. Notice how the bees clear out of her way? Kinda. You can see how there's a wake. She leaves a wake in her path. It makes it easy to spot. This was pretty dark. Wow, this honey dripped all over this hive lid. Probably wipe it off. Give it a taste or something. I suppose it's nectar. Nope, feels like honey to me. It's thicker. This for sure is the fun part. So I was 5 out of 6. Give me some drippings. Yep. That's good stuff, man. Yeah, that's good. Well, I was trying to calculate my things here. I've had 2 failures out of 9, so I'm 7 out of 9. That's a pretty good percent. I don't know if the mic picks up the hawk, but that hawk must live around here in this one of these trees here. Because he seems to be always here. Or it seems to be always here, rather. It's clouding up on me. If I'm a little more ambitious, I'd check a couple other hives. That's the mother hive of a swarm right there. And so is that one. I'm not sure about that. And that big tall one is a mother of a swarm as well. So they kind of need checked. They got tape on them that says they were split May 24th, the same as all these others I've just been checking. So let's just say there's a 7 out of 9 chance that they're mated too. That's a good thing. See the big tall hive over there was set up to make honey, swarmed, and has made a new queen again. It's still made honey. I need to pull it. I just haven't been as ambitious as I should. I was pulling honey. Then we got a little rain and the flow started again, so I didn't want to pull honey because it might be, let's say, damp, because it had fresh nectar. You want your honey to be ripe and ready to serve when you pull it, see? There are ways to dry it, but I don't really fiddle with it. I just take what I get. And this year's been a great year for as far as how ripe the honey is. It's been very dry, so the bees had a chance to dry the honey. Extremely dry. The honey is extra thick, or at least so far. Maybe I'll go through that tall box over there and make this a longer video. And let's just take a look and see what's in there. I'm curious. And I've been just messing with queen bees all day. Let's check some honey, because that sounds like a good idea. This is one of the failures. I added fresh eggs to it. Maybe it'll make queens or not. We'll see. They're not as far along as that other hive with the laying workers. Maybe it'll actually work on that one. Need a hive tool. I'm gonna just pull the honey off, see what it looks like, and then put it all back. And maybe I'll put one of these on. This is a bee escape. It's what you do so you can pull the honey tomorrow. It makes all the bees go down and then they can't get back up. Bees go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. If they can't find their way back, eventually most of them end up downstairs. And you can pull the honey without having a zillion bees on you. They work. It's not perfect, but it works good enough. You don't get them completely 100% bee free. There's still some, but it's easy enough to brush them off. Oh man. I'm not going to inspect the brood box on this one. I'm just going to assume it has a mated queen for now. And then come back when I have a little more energy and actually check it and mark the queen. I've been doing this all day pretty much. Hey, this feels heavy. A little. It is. This is some of the brand new stuff that I made. It's already getting worked on and drawn out and made into honey. Let's just take a look. My wife and I kind of sunk a little bit of money into putting new foundations in, and new frames, new boxes. This is one of them. It's beautiful when it's new. It's beautiful when it's old too, but brand new stuff looks special. This one looks like it's drawn combs all the way. I could pull this box. So what I'll do is set this one on in since it's not full. And this one is full. I would assume everything down is full. Whew, this is going to get heavy. Plus I have to stack them all the way back up here, this high. This is completely full. Ideally, I would just take it and not have to put it back. This is full completely. When you get tired, start doing it like this. Lift the back, slide it, let it tip, then get it at about the right height, and then you can just move it. Otherwise, you're gonna hurt your back. These are heavy. This one's full and ready to harvest. Maybe I'll save this one aside so I can put it on the stack at the top because it's not as heavy. Or heck, just go with it. This one's not full. So I've got two that are not full. Down on the bottom. Now I'll put this on this way. See, the bees go down, but not back up. And tomorrow I'll come back and get these. This is our first year using Bee Escapes. My wife loves it. It makes harvesting way easier. Stuff's heavy, man. You gotta psych yourself up. This last box is gonna be way up there. I have to be careful. This pallet under here is a little bit rotten. I'm afraid it'll just crunch and fall over. Heavy. And it's way up there too. See how I'm doing this? Saves my back. That hive's is about as tall as I am. And now I'm tired and ready to go home. Drink cool drink, etc. This is actually work. It's fun though. My body feels it at night though. Ooh, that's kind of hot. Putting my stuff away in the truck, sorry. Leaving this running because I'm kind of just grabbing my stuff. Guess this is, oh, I got a toolbox over there still. Well, that's what the back of my truck looks like pretty much all summer long. And in winter it all changes to where it's a whole lot of duck hunting stuff and a generator and a bed. I actually sleep in the back of my truck. How I can afford to hunt ducks is because of bees. And, you know, my wife. I should be ashamed, but so. We both like to eat ducks. It appears like I've made, like almost doubled my bees this year with all these little colonies that I've started. That's how I roll, and it's what you got to do if you want to keep bees, is you have to have room for expansion so you can expand, because winter is going to kill a certain amount of bees. Every year I lose a certain percent. Last year I hardly lost any bees. Last winter, 2023 winter, didn't hardly lose any. This year I expect to lose more, lots, because I've got a lot of queens that are aging. The swarms that I have are them aging queens flying off, and it doesn't really hurt that bad, because then they get replaced by a younger one, which is good for me. Younger queens tend to survive winter better than older ones. That's like a duh. But that's how I roll. I just keep making more bees. That's why I kind of don't get all burned up over a swarm, because the swarm leaves you the seeds to make more, if you know what I mean. And that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to show it. I'm not real good at it because I don't edit. I just go out and do videos and show them. You have to kind of string it all together yourself. But that's how I roll. I get me little bee colonies going in the spring. I kind of nurse them along during the summer and fall and hope they make it until spring. In spring, I'll advance them to full-size equipment from hives that died maybe, and grow, see. It's kind of hard to explain without you actually seeing it and living it. But it's a cycle of life around here, about 2 years on a hive. The first year is building up, the second year is a honey maker, third year maybe it'll swarm, third season. And by the, a third season is a 2-year-old queen. It's kind of weird, but I call 0 to 1 a 1-year-old and 1 to 2 a 2-year-old. And by the time it's went through 2 winters, it's a 3-year-old. And they don't make it past 3, usually. They don't make it past 2, hardly. Okay, I've extended this dumb video long enough. It's probably pretty boring. Have a great day, everybody. God bless you. Thanks for watching. And that's really the back of my truck. Have a great day. Bye-bye.